Welcome to the workout. This is the advanced series of belly dance movements, and today we're going to be exploring hip movements. We're going to be working with arm and hand movements and some upper body movements. So let's begin with the hip movements. The first movement we're going to do is a side moving lifted 8. So I'll begin with the lifted 8 movement and then we'll take it to the side. Your feet are going to be placed outside of your hips and your knees are going to be slightly bent. You're going to take your knee and you're going to bend it so that your one hip is lower than your other hip. You're going to push your hip through. You're going to lift it with your foot and notice that your one hip is now raised, the other one is lowered. You're going to take your knee, bend it, push your hip through and lift it with your foot. Again, your one hip is lifted, the other one is lowered. Bend your knee, push your hip through and lift it. So that's the lifted 8 movement with the two sides done together. We're now going to take this movement, so we're going to walk to the side with it. I'm going to move to the left. As you go down, you're stepping with the left. Right, left, right, left, right. Last one, left, right. We're going to reverse it. Right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. And that's the side moving lifted 8. The next movement is the waterfall. Your feet are going to be placed hip distance apart. You're going to bend your knees. You're going to lift this foot and you're going to lift this hip up like you would with a hip lift. You're going to push your hip out to the side and you're going to lower it with your foot and your knee. Notice that one hip is lower than the other one. This one is now raised, so you're going to just push this one out and you're going to lower it. Lift with your foot, push it out, lower it. Lift with your foot, push it out, lower it. Lift with your foot, lift your hip, push it out to the side, lower it. Lift with your foot, push it out, lower it. You can imagine that you're taking your hip, you lift it, you push it out, and you're going to be sliding it down. Perhaps a wall, sliding down, lift it, push it out, and slide it down. And that is the waterfall. The next movement is a twist combined with a figure of 8. You're going to take your feet and place them wide apart. And we're going to begin with the figure of 8 movement. Your knees are going to be bent. You're going to twist your hips forward. One is forward, one is back. Push it through. Reverse it back. Your hips are now diagonal. Push them through. Take it around. Push them through. Take it around. Push them through. Take it around. That's the figure of 8. Then we're going to combine together with that, we're going to combine the twist. I'm going to do the twist first and then we're going to put it together. The twist, your feet are facing forward, your knees in this case are slightly bent, and you're twisting your hips forward and backwards. We're going to put these two movements together. So let's go back to the figure of 8. Take your feet apart, quite wide apart, your knees are going to be bent. You're going to start with the twist and combine it with the first movement of your figure of 8. Take it around. Take it through. The whole time keep the twist going. Take it around, push it through. Take it around, push it through. Keep the twist a gentle twist. You're not going to do the twist very quickly. And keep changing your weight from foot to foot. And that's the figure of 8 combined with a twist. The next movement is the choo-choo combined with a side hip movement. So let's begin with the choo-choo. The choo-choo on your toes, your bum's tucked in, your tummy's engaged, your feet are moving up and down together with your legs, and your hips are also moving upward and downward. The side hip movement is that, and we're going to combine these two movements. So let's go back to the choo-choo. You're up on your toes. You're going to take the choo-choo and combine it with the hip movement by pushing your hips out to either side. For this movement specifically, allow your feet to move together with your hips. So your feet move slightly to the side as your hips move slightly to the side. And you can combine it with a turn. And that's the choo-choo combined with a side hip movement. The next movement we're going to do is a dropped circle. You're going to place your feet quite wide apart. You're going to make sure that your bum is tucked in. You're going to imagine that there's a hula hoop suspended around your hips, and you're going to push your hips with your legs. So you're going to push to the side. You're going to take your bum around the back of the hula hoop, take it to the side. Take your hips around the front of the hula hoop and repeat it. Take it around the back, to the side, take it around the front, so that you have a nice big hip circle. Then we're going to extend that movement and we're going to include the upper body. So you're going to take your hips to the side, you're going to take this part of your body down, and you're going to take your hips around the back of the hula hoop, bring your upper body up. Take your hips along the front of the hula hoop and begin again. Take your hips around the back, bring your upper body up, take it around the front. Bend your upper body over, take your hips around the back, and bring your upper body up. Then we're going to extend that movement one more, and we're going to drop down all the way to the floor. So we're going to take your hips to the side, you're going to drop all the way down to the floor, you're going to move across, and you're going to come up. Okay, one more time, we're going to add an arm movement. You're going to take your hips out to the side, you're going to drop all the way down to the floor, take your hips across the back, and you're going to come up with an arm movement. Okay, one more time, you're going to take it to the side, you're going to drop all the way down to the floor, take your hips across the back, and come up with an arm movement. And that's the dropped hip circle. The next movement we're going to do is the side figure of 8. You're going to take all your body weight and put it onto the right leg. You're going to lift this foot so that you imagine that you're wearing a pair of high heels. You're going to imagine that you have a figure of 8 suspended in the air on the side. And you're going to take your hip and you're going to paint that figure of 8 with your hip. You're going to begin with the forward, and you're going to go under the figure of 8, bring it back to the center, take it around the back. So take it under the bottom, up, over the top, down into the middle. On the back, up to the center. Under, over to the center, under, over to the center. Under, over to the center, under, over to the center. And then you're going to join up the movements forward, back, forward, back, forward, back. Make sure that you allow your body to move forward and back as you would with the twist, and make sure that you allow your hips to move down and up. As you come under, you're going down, lift your hip, take it over, take it down, take it back, up, over, and in. That's the side figure of 8. We're going to alternate and do it on the opposite side. Place this foot down, lift this foot up, and repeat on the opposite side. You're going to begin with the forward, take it back, forward, take it back. So take it under, up, over, in, under, up, over, in, under, up, over, in, under, up, over, in. And we're going to join up the movements. Make it so that it's a smooth figure of 8. And that's the figure of 8, the side figure of 8.